Liverpool have £300 million worth of talent in their academy ranks. This bold statement by the Reds Academy director, Alex Inglethorpe, might have sounded a bit of a stretch when he first said it, but after the last 2 games, we've got to admit it doesn't seem so crazy anymore, right? We once said in a previous analyst video, in order to stop this Liverpool side, you might need an army or maybe a few more injuries in their squad. Looks like the other 19 Premier League clubs will really need to get that army ready because injuries don't seem to be bothering Jurgen Klopp's lads at all. Liverpool is dealing with an abnormal injury crisis, and it was the same in last night's FA Cup game against Southampton at Anfield. The injury list got even longer with Ryan Gravenberch and Wataru Endo adding to it. Still, Klopp and his boys won, taking another step forwards to their second trophy of the season. So how did Liverpool manage to get through one of the best possession teams in the Championship? Well, smash that like button and subscribe button and let's dive straight into it. Now, credits where it's due, Russell Martin has definitely nailed his possession-based approach with the Saints this season. They're topping the charts in the Championship for passes attempted, completed, and even have the highest pass completion rate. Their strategy, a calm yet daring build-up from the back. Their season didn't kick off smoothly though, with the Saints stumbling through 4 losses in their first 8 matches. But they turned things around impressively, embarking on a 22-game unbeaten streak, heading into their cup tie with Liverpool. However, Southampton hit a rough patch again, with 3 defeats in their last 4 outings. Not even the most optimistic of Southampton fans was expecting a win against Liverpool, especially at Anfield. However, what happened during the game can only give Southampton supporters something to be proud of. But first, are you wondering what's behind Southampton's recent slump? We're putting our money on Flynn Downs' injury playing a big part. On loan from West Ham, Downs has been pivotal in Martin's game plan at St Mary's. He's the guy who drops back, connects the dots in play, and handles pressure like a pro in midfield. Without him, there's a noticeable gap. With Downs sidelined, Russell Martin leaned on Will Smallbone to step into those shoes, a move that didn't quite hit the mark. It's not that Smallbone isn't talented, he is, but he's more cut out for a number 8 role, lacking the natural inclination and the skill set required for the number 6 spot. Now you might think if we spotted this mismatch, Martin must have too, right? Exactly, that's why he shifted gears, opting for Shay Charles to anchor the midfield over the Smallbone in the critical CDM role for the Liverpool game. Shifting our gaze back to the Liverpool lineup, anticipation was high for a youthful squad, not just because of the lengthy injury list, but also considering the cup match marked their 3rd game in a single week. And let's not overlook the grueling 120 minutes they played against Chelsea in the EFL Cup Final. Klopp once again demonstrated his deep trust in the academy young talents. Kelleher took his place between the posts. Riding high after his EFL Cup heroics, Virgil van Dijk and Jarell Quansah formed the central defensive partnership, while Connor Bradley claimed the right-back position and Kostas Tsimikas returned as left-back. All standard fare, right? That is until you consider the midfield setup. Joe Gomez took on the number 6 role, flanked by Bobby Clark and James McConnell in the number 8 positions. That's an unusual step up, isn't it? Well, the attacking trio also threw us a curveball, with Harvey Elliott, Cody Gakpo, and the promising Lewis Comas leading the charge. Now diving into the game, here's a crucial point. If Kelleher hadn't delivered an immense performance in the first 40 minutes, we might be discussing a very different outcome. The 25-year-old goalkeeper, fresh off his final brilliance, secured another clean sheet with 3 crucial saves, all from inside the box. His distribution skills were on point too, ending the game with an 86% passing accuracy. We spotlighted why Kelleher is the perfect understudy to Alisson in a video all about Liverpool's academy stars, so do make sure you check it out for a deeper dive. We're confident it'll be worth your time. Why did Kelleher find himself so busy making saves? The answer lies in Southampton's nearly successful game plan. The Saints racked up an expected goals tally of 2.03, outdoing Liverpool and highlighting the calibre of their chances. As mentioned earlier, with Downs sidelined, Martin was missing that crucial player capable of retaining possession under pressure, and it's well known Liverpool thrives on pressing. Thus, Southampton adapted their strategy away from their signature possession-based, patient build-up. They kept their risky passes within their own defensive third, but instead of holding onto the ball for too long, they aimed to lure Liverpool's press before dispatching direct balls towards Sulemina and Edozie. They also looked to Shay Charles, who consistently sought out Joe Aribo. Aribo became a more pivotal outfit for the Saints, adeptly controlling the ball in the midfield and utilising his lengthy strides to advance play. Liverpool's press, on the flip side, struggled to impose its unusual dominance partly due to the many new faces in the lineup, This inconsistency allowed Southampton a few breakout moments without receiving major threat from the Reds. Despite having 2 chances, Liverpool's first shot on target only arrived in the 42nd minute from Harvey Elliott. However, this particular was the first warning of what was to come next. Just 2 minutes later, a goal that underscored that academy talent emerged, with Clark assisting in Comer's finishing. Clark displayed remarkable intelligence and awareness. He initially widened the play, which provided Comer the space to exploit the half space effectively. He then carried the ball to the centre, unleashing a line-breaking pass through Southampton's defence, catching them off guard. That goal marked a pivotal moment in the match. Despite the Saints creating another significant opportunity in the second half, they seemed rattled by Liverpool's intensified pressing, particularly after McAllister's introduction in the 62nd minute. The Argentine matched McConnell's duel count in just about 30 minutes, a feat considering McConnell didn't win any of his 6 duels. This intensity is what lacked the Reds during the first half. Liverpool's pressing might have not matched the ferocity seen against Chelsea, with their passes allowed per defensive action averaging 8.7. However, was it effective? Absolutely. The team executed 17 high turnovers, their most since facing Norwich in the FA Cup. 3 of these turnovers resulted in shots, with 1 accumulating in a goal. That brings us to the man of the night, Jayden. In our post-EFL Cup Final analysis, we were cautious not to overhype Dans after his brief appearance, but come on, his performance against Southampton merits full attention, so let's delve into it. Firstly, at 18, Dans already displays an exceptional physical presence compared to his peers. His robustness was evident against Chelsea, nearly scoring with a header. Yet last night he demonstrated even more. Recall our earlier points about Smallbone's struggles in pressured midfield roles. That scenario played out shortly after his substitution. Receiving the ball into a tight spot, it seemed Liverpool had prepared for Smallbone playing a part in midfield, with 3 players quickly closing in. His misplaced pass led to a high turnover by Harvey Elliott, but it's crucial to note Dan's positioning even before Elliott seized the ball. Once Harvey Elliott intercepted the ball, Dan's exhibited a trait that's gold dust for any striker: impeccable timing to his run. He didn't just dart straight into the penalty area, instead he initiated his run, strategically slowed to gauge the play, and then accelerated again, masterfully finding the spaces between and behind the centre-backs to collect the pass. This move not only showcased his understanding of spatial dynamics, but also his ability to remain composed under pressure, ensuring he was in perfect position to receive the ball at the right moment. The calm and collected finish was just the cherry on the top for the young striker. His knack for anticipating play and his hunger for the ball were again on display for his second of the night. Just as they were against Chelsea, Dans outmaneuvered the Saints' defence to pounce on a rebound from the keeper, netting Liverpool's third to close off a historic night for the Academy boys. With virtually the entire team sidelined, what Liverpool accomplished last night with their Academy stars is nothing short of remarkable. Klopp's unwavering belief in his youthful squad has been richly rewarded, with 3 goals stemming directly from his Academy talents. This confidence not only benefits the players we're seeing shine this season, but also casts a hopeful light on the future stars still climbing up the ranks. After all, in football, if you're good enough, you're old enough. Yet the lingering question is whether Liverpool can navigate through their ongoing injury woes. With Europa League on the horizon and the FA Cup quarter-final clash at Old Trafford against Manchester United, Klopp faces a big dilemma. Should he prioritise one competition over the other to maintain the Reds' Premier League title aspirations, or should he keep fighting on all fronts with a hope to finish his Liverpool chapter with a historic quadruple? Share your views in the comments below. If you found our analysis insightful, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button for more content. Thank you, and I'll see you all next time. Take care. Push.